I'm gonna ask you a question. How good are you at ignoring your reality? What I mean by that is, how good are you at ignoring what you don't want and focusing on what you do want? Let me tell you something. Your attention is your currency. We talk about money and fame and success and all this stuff, but what really gets you these things is this: a mindset, a state of being, your attention. Check this out. Why do you think you're inundated every day with so much things to drag your attention? Why do you think you have so much options available to you? Why do you think there's just so much of every other stuff happening in the world? Everything is created to get your attention. Your attention creates worlds. Your attention creates reality, people. As I said before, we live in what's called a simulated world, a simulated reality. This is going to be groundbreaking, this may be mind-breaking, or whatever you want to call it for a lot of you. It's going to wake a lot of people up, and it's going to still put a lot of people to sleep. Some of you will resonate with this, some of you may be like, this is a bunch of crap. But let me show you something, that what's happening in your mind, in the world. You see all the people you know, your wife, your girlfriend, your friends, your family, all of those stuff that's going on in your life, your problems, your solutions, whatever you want to call it. If you want to get into the true nature of the reality of how this world is, they don't even exist. They exist as memories. They exist as neurosynaptic connections. They exist as electrochemical signals. It's your brain that is producing frequencies. The body is adapting, and then you're seeing condensed form of matter or energy that produces images, structures, live stuff, what you call people in reality. The only true thing that can ever exist is what's called awareness, or your conscious observation of who you are. You know, if you come around and I ask you a question, and I say to you, I said, hey, answer me this question. What is true or what is real about you? You're like, what do you mean? I'm like, tell me something real about you. Are you real? Is all of this real? You may look at me with a puzzled mind. What the hell is this guy talking about? What kind of crap is this dude talking about here? Of course I'm real. I'm standing right here now. But I'm going to tell you something. That's an illusion. The only thing that's ever real about you that you can truly confidently see or say is that it's your awareness to what you're experiencing, right? It's your experience to awareness. That's it. It's awareness. Is conscious and mind different? Conscious is awareness. Mind is the interpretation of the awareness. Consciousness is all that's ever true. That's all that's real. That's what binds and creates the universe. Quantum physics is showing us now a deeper understanding of this. Does wearing hats block your ability to align with your crown chakra? No. How can that be? It's energy. It's just different forms. Mark about to hit the lottery. He's about to bring this timeline into this reality. Yup. So in this case, me watching you is all what? You watching me is all a part of the simulation. It's a part of your brain. It's a part of a collective subconscious. It's a part of just how this world is created and bind and generated. You know, the thing is, when you get up in the morning and you start to become aware of your surroundings and everything, there's a couple things that's happening is going on right here. A couple things going on. I'm gonna show you the first thing that's going on when you get up in the morning is you're in a habitual state or a habitual pattern. Yes, someone says this is a dream. It's a dream. No, let me ask you something. What if, right? Just what if? Listen to this, because you have to have an open mind, man. What if the day you pass away, or whatever, when you're gone, what if someone takes off this VR thing off your head and they say to you, hey, how was that experience? Welcome to the real world. What if what you're experiencing right now, you've actually experienced trillions and billions of times over and over again? What if you've already been here? Where does consciousness go when a person dies? Someone asked me that question. It goes back to source. What is source? Source is the quantum field. Source is where everything binds. You get what I'm saying? I want to show you the big picture. I want you to think big. I want you to think deep. I want you to see the real stuff of how this stuff works. Because if you don't understand how your mind creates matter and how you're going to get stuff in your life, then you're always going to be bouncing around. You're going to be bouncing around. You know, you're not going to be able to fully take advantage of why you're here. And the biggest reason you're here is to create experiences. That's why you're here. Someone asked me, said, hey man, does life have any meaning? Life has meaning that you give to it. It's your perspective. Whatever meaning you give to life, that's your life. That's what I'm saying. Alright, you know what a simulation is, right? You have a computer at home or your phone. All of you have video games on the phone. A simulation has to have components, right? A simulation have to have rules. It has to have limits. It has to have processing speed. It has to have what we call bots or NPC, non-player characters, like a game. All of that has to be capable. It has to have a structured system. It has to have an operating system that runs, etc. So let me put that analogous with your world. So all of you have an operating system. I don't know if you know that. The operating system is called the subconscious mind. It's an operating system because it runs on precise habits and actions. See, the way the universe works, it runs by precise rules and laws that will never ever fail. So all of us, we run about 98% on a subconscious level. So we are programs, right? We're programs, okay? So if you look in our universe, in our world, there is a cap system here. It's called the speed of light. Again, they say nothing can go faster than the speed of light. Processing speed has speed. So when you start to look at the world around you, and then look at the people you're involved with. There's some people out here that are just here. They're just in here. There's some people here that have purpose, they have awakening. There's some people here. It's like a video game. You know, video game, you're the characters, you're the Sims. There's some people walking around, they ain't doing nothing. Call those bots. You got NPCs. It has to fill up the whole game. That's the way you live. And in this game, it's a funnel. It's called like a funnel limitation. At the bottom of the funnel in the simulation is all the people that think the same level of conscious thoughts. And those conscious thoughts create a low vibration. Then as you go up into the next level of the funnel, you got people who are just coming out of this, who are realizing the truth and how their minds and work and their body. And those people now can see a little bit of light. Then on top of the funnel, you got the few people, which are the enlightened, the chosen ones, the deliberate creators. These are people who get it. They know what's happening in the world. They can see through the veil. They see that, oh, okay, this is like a simulation. Everything is vying for my attention, and my thoughts create my reality. What I believe comes to be true. You know, I have to watch who I associate with. I have to focus on what I want. You know, these individuals, the rare ones, are the ones that can see through the gleam. And that's how it works. The majority of people in this world, they succumb to impressionable programs. They're easy to program. And the reason why people are so easy to program is because your subconscious mind is so easy to program. Your subconscious mind is a program. It's a thing. And there's some smart people out there who knows exactly how to tweak to get into your mind. They designed the game in a way that is easily impressed in your mind. So they do a lot of stuff to get your mind in there. They create music. They put certain stuff out there, media, things that will affect a part of your brain that gives emotions and feelings, which is dopamine, euphoric feelings, things of this stuff, because they know how the brain and the mind works. The brain can be addicted to all type of stuff. So things like that, it just really creates. And when you understand that stuff, then you start to see more of who you are and why you came here. Someone says, you don't manifest what you want, you manifest what you are. Yep, that's key. And what remember now, what you are can only happen in this state of right now. Someone says, your emotions are key. I gotta feel it and believe it to materialize. Yep. Feel it and believe it to materialize. That's correct. So, the thing is, guys, your mind is very powerful, and the beliefs that go with your mind are even more powerful. You really want to watch that. You gotta, that's why I say, how good are you at ignoring your reality? So what does that mean? I mean, are you an expert in splitting up stuff? Like, okay, what I don't want, I'm not gonna put my attention on it, but what I do want, I'm gonna put more of my attention on that stuff. If you're good at that, you're gonna be successful. You're gonna make it. That's point blank. How do you manifest who you are? Okay. You never have to manifest who you are. You are already who you are. Okay, what you have to manifest, or you don't manifest, okay, what you have to get out of is an illusion that's been placed on you through an ego, through your personality, through your name. This was given by your parents, and this was given by the government, the social security number, all that stuff. An identity was formed to you. That's not you. That's the fake you. That's what I call the NPC, non-player character. The real you is called the authentic self. It resides in you, outer you, it's all around you. So the thing is, you have to learn to escape the limitations of the mind, which is your self-esteem. You have to work on building your self-confidence. Someone says it, simply be the best version of yourself. But how many people know how to be the best version of themselves? They don't even know they have a best version of themselves. They don't even know, like, okay, there's an authentic part of me that's like could help me to get whatever I want. Yeah, so there's part of you. That's part of you is the only true essence that can ever exist. Will this world last forever? The planet, if you're talking about the planet Earth, no, the Earth will be gone in about 3.2 billion years, or sooner, or whatever, but definitely in about 3.2 billion years, the Earth will definitely be gone, because the sun will expand, become a red giant, which will engulf the orbit of the inner planets, including the Earth, so the Earth will be burnt to a crisp. So the Earth won't be here, so if that's what you mean, I don't know. It won't be here, though. You and I won't be here by then. So the thing you have to understand, guys, is the concept of attention is currency, not money, man. Your attention is going to bring that stuff. Someone says, because of indoctrination you lack love for self, because ego and expectation. Yep, the ego is the NPC or the bot in your personality construct. Your higher self, your authentic self is what's really wants you to tune in and to experience the best version of your life. You are always tuned to have an abundant mindset. Abundance, like I said before, right? Abundance is your what? Birthright. You didn't came here to suffer. You deserve. You deserve everything you want. You deserve love. You deserve affection. You deserve prosperity. You deserve all this stuff. You deserve. It's just a lack of understanding and ignorance and knowledge that you don't understand or you haven't gained or become aware of yet. That's keeping you stuck. The reason why people get stuck is because they don't think they can do better. They don't think there's better out there for them. They don't think they're capable of it. And all that ties into what the self-esteem and the self-concept. And all that is pushed in and put into us in the unconscious mind. Someone says, once you understand that you're source energy, you connect to the energy, you're limitless. That's right, you're limitless, you know. You don't have your mind is not limited. You just have limited belief. Your mind is limitless. So that's how you have to understand this reality we live in, or which this I call it the matrix. That's right. Energy is the real currency. And if you see that, if you understand that, then if you can take your attention and put your attention on things that's going to benefit you, you know what I mean? To just focus on like, okay, what do I want to see happen in my life? You know, and then move away from people or you know, really kind of best thing. Limit your association with people that are going to affect your feelings. You know what I mean? You gotta. That's one of the things, man. There's some people out there that just wants to come in and just affect you, man. They prey on people energy. People call them energy vampires. It's real. There are people out there like that. And you want to limit your association or your contact with these people as much as possible because you're losing energy. You know, listen, every single person have what's called their point of power to create or manifest something. The point of power is the energy you take in to manifest in your world. Your point of power, you get it from being in the moment, right? So your point of power, it comes in from your heart, from the heart region, people call it heart chakra. And the point of power is known as your CME, or your creative magnetic energy. That's the energy that you put out to bring into your world what you want to experience. So where does these energies come from? The cells in your body. Every cell in your body has polarity. You know what polarity means? So polarity of the cells, like a battery, positive, negative. All the cells in your body, but they're like chemical energy, okay, electrochemical. So that's called your creative magnetic energy, right? So that's what you use and you portray out. Every day you're walking, you're talking and you're communicating to the field, the quantum field here. Now you're not aware of this because your conscious mind doesn't have the capacity to tap into all these different frequencies or these different type of energy, right? Because your brain just haven't caught up to that capacity or that evolutionary part yet. But make no mistake, every day this is you and you're talking to the universe like this. You're talking to the universe with all these different electro frequencies, right? And then when you talk to the universe, you have what's called your attractor factor. That's your ability to attract good things or bad things. Now, the thing about your creative magnetic energy is it can be depleted. And when it gets depleted, you have to resupply it. Now, this is where the problem comes in. Anytime you have a highly depleted creative magnetic energy, that's the stuff you used to create in your life, you're going to suffer what we call side effects. These side effects are going to be you're going to be more susceptible to get sick. You're going to be more susceptible to depression, to anxiety, also, because the cells in your body, when they have the polarity, they have the ability to fight off these stuff. But when they're depleted, they don't have the ability now to fight off these inflammation and all this stuff. So that's one of the side effects you're going to experience when you're not in a good flow. You're always going to be someone that's always up and down, sickly, depressed, all that. That's a sign that you're using your creative magnetic energy in the wrong way, or your attention in the wrong way. So if you ever want to find out, hey man, why do I feel so sluggish? Why am I so depressed? Why don't things work in my favor? Then examine where your attention is going. Because this is real. That's the cells in your body, that's how they work. Now you can easily change that. The way to change that is to stop worrying. Is to stop fretting. That's how you change that. How do you regain your energy? Well, you got to recharge your energy now. So you may want to get more rest, eat a good diet, meditate, focus on what you want, subliminals, hypnosis, things like that will regenerate your energy. The number one stealer of your energy, here we go. The number one thing that steals your creative magnetic energy. Who can tell me what the number one thing that steals your magnetic energy? Your creative magnetic energy. Can anyone comment here? Let's see how good you are. I'll give you a clue. It's an emotion. The number one emotion that will take your creative magnetic energy is what? Bingo. Fear. That's right. Fear takes about half, 50% of your CME is wiped out when you start to practice and focus on fear. What's the other one that takes your energy? Worrying. 20%. So 50, 60, 70%. Damn, that's 70%. So think about this. When you go to bed and you go to sleep, that's what your body does. Your body repairs and builds itself and restock your creative magnetic energy for the next day. So you have about 100% in the next day, right? But here's a problem with that. When you get up in the morning, what do most people do? They worry. They fear. Someone say they stress. So even before you get out of your own bed, you've lost about 65% of your creative magnetic energy, and you aren't even aware of it. You don't even know it. You just go out. You just think it's normal. That's why when you get out of bed, you're like this, and you get this like headache, and you just feel groggy, and you're like, what the hell? You're like, I slept 8 hours. What's happening here? Well, what's happening here is, yeah, you may have slept 8 hours, but your mind is still corrupt. Your mind hasn't got caught on to the game yet. So when you get up, you're like worrying about, damn, what's got to do this, or fear this is going to happen, or I'm stressed about that person doing this, whatever it is, but you just lost about 70%. It's off rip. You need check this out, to just live and be normal, and just not even to manifest, not even to strive, not even to be abundant, just to be like a normal person in the matrix, just to get by. You need at least about 55 to 60% of your creative magnetic energy. If you're in the 70s, you're doing good. If you're in the 80s and 90s of your keeping your creative magnetic energy, you're a manifesting machine. That means your life is going good. Your stuff are good. So if you want to ever calculate what is my creative magnetic energy level, Mark, think about how your life is going. Are you like more happy? Things are going. That means you're more likely in the 80 to 90 range, and that's where you can really create a manifest. But more half of the population, they're only operating about 50 to 60%. So listen. So when I say you get up in the morning, right? Most people lose that 60% off rip before they get out of bed. So I said to you that you can't function if you don't have that. You'll be dead. You can't. There's no way you'll be able to live or be alive. You clocked out of this world. So why don't you die then? If I'm losing 60%, so why am I still here? The reason you're still here is because of the backup supply stored in your cells. Your cells have ample supply of creative magnetic energy to back you up. So what happens is now your cells going to have to take the backup energy to make up for the fear, worry that you put your mind into, just to get you out. So when the cells lose their backup, they don't have a backup. So the cells lose their polarity. So now they're more susceptible for free radicals, for inflammation, and hence that's why you get sick, that are depressed, inflammation. See how that goes? You're running off reserves. Yeah, people are running off reserves every day. Do we have to constantly think? You don't have to constantly think. Your thinking thoughts are always going to come in your head. Remember that. What you have to do is know how to channel the thoughts that you want and the thoughts you don't want. For example, majority of the thoughts aren't even your thoughts. Thoughts are everywhere. They come through other people. They come through the collective. They come through everything. So there's some thoughts that'll come in your head and you'll be like, man, where did this stuff come from? The key is to keep your energy at a high optimal level so that you can get more out of life. You can be more successful. You just have a more happy, healthy life. The key to success in your life, people, is to keep your mind on only stuff that will move you towards your goals and desires, only stuff that will make you feel good, only stuff that will inspire you, that will motivate you, that will get your mind right, that will keep you positive and uplift. That's the only thing that will get you to where you want to go. If you are someone that's thinking about the stuff you don't want to happen in your life, you're going to have problems. What about when you dream numbers? Oh, if you dream numbers, you got to play. If you play the lottery, you want to manifest the lottery, you dream numbers, man. You better play those numbers because those numbers are coming out. You're going to be a winner. I guarantee you. 67 milliwatts of electricity per cell. That's correct. You have a lot of power. You have a lot of power to create. But you also have a lot of power to miscreate. Most people miscreate. A lot of people don't create. What if you dream angel numbers? Angel numbers could be messages for you. Hey, I love your podcast. Thank you. Angel numbers could be messages for you. Cells have memory. Someone here says, yes, your cells have memory. They create positive memories for each cell. If you have a negative thought, replace it. Yep. How can I feel more safe when I'm outside running? Mindset. Just focus on what you want to see happen. Focus on, the good stuff. I always say, yeah, tonight's Powerball. Yeah, let's go. Powerball. How many of you guys here are manifesting a lottery jackpot? How many people here are manifesting winning the lottery as well? Good. Me. Okay, we have a lot of people here manifesting lottery wins. Yes. You want to manifest a lottery win? I already manifested. How much you manifested already? Somebody says here. Let me go back down. I already manifested 20K doing this. Good for you. I'm trying. And we'll try till I die. Or win. Now, if you try, you're never going to win. You just got to do it. Don't try to win. Just win. Listen, you play to win. Don't play not to lose. Play to win. Play not to lose. Do you know what that means? I'm manifesting the lottery as well. I do. I won a few. Good for you. Bigger win, bigger win, bigger win. Let me tell you the secret to manifest anything. This is the lottery. You know how I manifested the lotteries when I won so many times? I'm going to tell you the secret. I made a lot of videos on this. But it's a very simple secret that you can, and this is beyond lottery. You can do anything. But you have to have this. So there's two parts to this, all right? The first one, I'll give you the second one. But I'll say the first one. I'm going to tell you the secret. The second one is belief. You have to believe that you're going to win. You have to believe that it's possible, okay? Manifesting YouTube Silver Button Award. I have over 31K subs. That's going to happen for you. Don't worry. It's going to come for you. So, okay, this is parallel with the lottery, and this is parallel with anything else in your life you want to create, okay? So I'll put both of them together. Because I know a lot of my subscribers here and my channel is more like, I have a very unique audience. I have individuals that are mindset, positive, law of attraction, subconscious, and I also have a lot of individuals who are more like money consciousness. They want to win the lottery and they want to use their mind. So it's a very unique blend of you guys that are on my channel. So I'll always put some tips in here for you guys to manifest. Okay? Because you watch my videos and you know my story. So, and a lot of you, I've seen the success stories that you post about your winning. So let me throw some more caveat for you guys. You can manifest anything you want, right? All right. So here's what. So okay. So the second one is the belief, right? Remember now, I always believed I would win. No matter what happened, I would still believe I would win. Even when I checked tickets and nothing, I would still believe. I would force to believe, man. This was my motto. I got to win. So I was believing. So it wasn't that I got to win as like a desperate or needy. It was just a firm or a very self-confident view that I got to win. And that's the view you got to do with the lottery and life. You got to have that belief, right? I got to win. Okay. I always play to win. I didn't play not to lose. See what I'm saying? A lot of people do that in life. People don't play to win. They play not to lose. They play it safe. They play it like, oh, I don't do that. I take constructive risk. I take logical risk. And you gotta take risk, man. In life, you gotta take risk to do stuff. Sometimes it won't work, but you learn about it, you move on. But you gotta take that. So that's part of it. You can't play the safe field. It's not gonna work when you're going to create your life, because you gotta get uncomfortable to become comfortable. That's how the subconscious mind works. Remember now, your brain wants to keep you comfortable. You gotta go into your brain and say, hey man, I need or I desire to have a new way of life. So let's make things uncomfortable so that we can create new maps of reality. That's just how it works. So point blank, if you're going to do anything in your life, you got to be able to understand that, okay, there's going to be some times where I got to become uncomfortable. All right, so that's it. So let's go to the number one thing. Before I get to the number one thing, I know you're patiently waiting. Here is something else I got to say about this. Remember this, because this ties into the number one thing. The universe works with certain laws. And these laws never fail. Never fail. And here's the first law of the universe that never fails. The more certain you are that you're going to get what you want, the more certain the universe will give you what you want. Let me repeat that. The more certain you are that you're going to get whatever it is that you want, the more certain the universe must manifested into your life. That was my number one secret. I was more certain that I would win. Certainty is very easy, man. All I did was I took out how I was going to win, and I just knew that I was going to win. I was certain I was going to win. Just so if anything in your life, you got to be certain. I'm certain I'm going to own this business. I don't know how I'm going to own the business, but I know I'm going to own the business. That's it. I'm certain I'm going to win. I don't know when it's going to happen, but I know it's going to happen. I don't know how it's going to happen. Da 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 da. See, this game of life is very simple. No one teaches you that. That one mindset shift my entire life. Everything changed in my entire life when I started to just know that for certain the stuff that I want, I was going to get. And up until now, I got about 95% of everything that I've wanted so far by adopting that certainty mentality. That's it. When you're certain, the universe is going to respond. So what is certainty? What is certain? What makes certain so powerful? I think the key with being certain, I think it goes beyond belief, and it even goes beyond knowing. I don't even know what it is. I'm still working on figuring out, is there a language that I can use for that? Because I've been pondering this for months now. Certainty, I know it's beyond belief, and I know it's beyond knowing. Knowing is powerful as well. But think about when you're certain, man, that there's no failure. Knowing and trusting, yeah, but I don't know. Maybe certainty is maybe a combination of faith, knowing, and believing, and expectation. Maybe that's what it is. But anyway, whatever it is, it works, man. It works 100% of all the time. Because here's how I discovered it's so powerful and it works. Someone said it's a feeling. I guess it's a feeling, but I would call it more like a state of being. You know, it's when I turn on certainty, I'm thinking, do I get a feeling? I don't really get a, well, I guess you could say a feeling. The only thing I could say is when I turn on my certainty, when I said, okay, I'm certain this is going to happen, it puts me in a state of confidence. So what, I don't know, what kind of feeling would you put confidence in? Assurance. I don't know, someone says maybe assurance. Could be assurance. But it's very powerful nonetheless. And I'll show you how it works, why it's so powerful. Because when I say I'm certain this is going to happen, only this works now when I take out the means of how it's going to happen. That's important. I can't be certain and then try to figure out how it's going to happen. Then I'm not certain, because then there's so many ways that things could come into my life, right? So I just go, I'm certain I'm going to get this. I'm certain this is going to work out. I'm certain I'm going to be this person or get that or whatever. I'm certain of that. And then I just focus on the end of the certainty. It's like seeing the goal. I never, ever, this is the mistake you got to stop. I never, ever start to go into like how. Even though my mind will take me into that stuff, I shut it out. I was like, nope. So the reason why this is so powerful now, because my ego, your ego is in this game as well. Guarantee, yeah, a guarantee. I like that, a guarantee. Certainty with me, but like a guarantee. It's like, okay, here we go. When someone gives you a guarantee, what does it create? Here's the feeling. Peace of mind. That's it right there. That's what I get when I turn on certainty. I get peace of mind. That's it. So see, you just helped me to figure it out. Who's this? Let's see the name here. TikTok has these names so transparent you can't even see them. This is who? Long Lil 8881. Yep, guarantee. So if you ever go somewhere and they say, I guarantee you this, like you buy a car, you have a guarantee on it or a warranty guarantee, you just drive your car cool with a peace of mind, right? Because you know everything is going to be taken care of. That's the feeling that comes with certainty. So yeah, it's a peace of mind, which is powerful because that puts you in the flow state, right? Remember the flow state where all things come into your life? Okay. So the reason why this is so powerful and it works is because now when I'm certain and I take out the how, my conscious mind now will attempt to help me, because my conscious mind is the ego, and the ego is a very cocky mind. So when you're certain about something, the mind wants to prove to you that, yeah, we can do this. So I use my own mind against the mind. I use the own fault to make it a better thing. So when I say I'm certain, my ego wants to say, yeah, we're certain. Let's do it, Mark. So that's good right there. So the ego wants that. Remember, your ego wants to be cocky, confident, so you give it what it wants, and certainty certainly helps that. So now, when I say I'm certain, now the next phase is my unconscious mind now. Because my ego believes I can do this, but I'm sure it's trying to figure out how I'm going to do this, and I leave that to him. I'm not going to partake in that. I go into my subconscious mind now. And my subconscious mind now is so, it's not like a thinking mind, so it's like an illogical mind. So when the certainty goes to the subconscious mind, remember your subconscious mind already is in the present and it already thinks everything is done. So the more certain I can convince my subconscious mind that this thing is done, the more it reveals itself to me in a timely manner. In other words, when my subconscious mind adapts the idea of certainty, it's no longer susceptible to any influence from outside. It's now guaranteed results. Bam. See? So that's with the lottery and everything else. I was just certain I was going to win. I didn't know when I was going to win, but I knew I was going to win. And I knew I was going to win more, and I was going to keep winning. Because I kept turning it on. So that's the secret sauce formula. So how certain are you that you're going to get what you want? I must say this. To turn on certainty, though, I forgot to mention this part. You have to build your self-confidence up. That's the only requirement for this to work. You have to be self-confident, or your self-esteem has to be healthy enough to take on certainty. Certainty will only work for people who have self-confidence or self-esteem at an optimal, healthy level? How can you be certain if you're not even certain about yourself? How can you be certain that you're going to get what you want if you're not even certain about who you are or how if you deserve it, right? So I have to put that in there. So I didn't just get up one day and just say, hey, I'm certain. I had to work on myself to experience that. And working on myself meant that I had to do the work to create a new map of reality in my paradigm about how I see myself. Not how people see me, but how I see myself. I don't care how people see me. And you shouldn't care about how people see you. You should just see how you see yourself. How you see yourself is going to reflect how people see you. So I had to work on, okay, what type of reflection I would like to see for myself. How would I like to see myself be viewed? What do I deserve? What don't? You know, things like that. What do I stand for? What would I allow? What would I not allow? Anything like that. Just build your self-esteem up. And you can build your self-confidence in a lot of different ways. You can use subliminals. You can be with, watch people, the company you keep. I'll tell you one thing that definitely you don't want to do that will destroy your certainty is hanging with toxic people. And how somebody says this too, right? Who's this? Ivan Mike. Yep. How you speak to yourself is a great way to build self-confidence. The people you bring around your life, they can collapse your certainty about your desires and your goals. The answer, the healing, the power is in you. We don't need anybody else. We are the power. That is 100% correct. But how many people recognize that? And how do you get people to recognize that? See, that's the issue. We all talk this. Everyone hears this positive talk every day. The power is in you. You deserve it. You can get what you want. You're supposed to do this. This is all for you. Do da 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 da. We hear that all the time. It's easier said than done, though. Right? Because if it was so easy, everybody be doing it. Everybody be out here manifesting what they want like crazy. Everybody be getting their goals and dreams and living their best life and just, just doing it, right? But it's not happening. So why is it not happening? Why is it not happening? Why don't more people become certain of their life and their purpose and what they want? Why don't more people just be happy and and get their goals and stuff? And the answer truly, guys, is majority of it is not your fault. Doesn't make you a victim now. So don't play the victim card here, because that's going to even take you to another. You don't want to go with the victim role. So most of it is not your fault. It's just the way your brain and your mind were created and adapted, and it's more likely your subconscious. So the majority of people, they want to create certainty, they want to manifest, they want to get the stuff they want in their life. But the issue is they find it very difficult to be consistent, to do it. A lot of people here will go on a manifesting thing, and they'll go on the mindset thing, and they'll want to focus and they want to create their lives, but they can't do it consistently. They'll do it for a week or two, or even if they go a month, man, that's a long time. But they give up and they stop. And it's not their fault. They're trying or they're attempting to do it. But the problem, again, is to show you how powerful your subconscious is their subconscious mind. Your subconscious mind holds a program. And that program is going to run unless you fix it. If you don't fix the program, it's going to control you. And most of these people don't know that they have a program. So that becomes the next problem, or the next issue. They don't know they have this program. So they're fighting like a ghost. They're fighting something they can't see. They're fighting something they don't even know they can control. It's like ghost fighting. So that's the problem. That's the issue, guys. That's why that's why you have few people who can do this stuff, because they learned the secret, they found the knowledge, and they started to adapt it. They disciplined themselves, That's something you got to know. You know what? I'll tell you something, man.
One question, please.
I'm on the phone. No, I'm good. So, there's always going to things come up to you, like this guy just come up to me, try to sell me a fake ring or something. But that happens. Look. Yeah, I lost my train of thought there. Where was I going here? Take me some time to get this download back here. Okay. Yeah, the thing with people is, in their subconscious mind, nah, somebody said the universe sent you a distraction. Nah, that wasn't the universe. That was part of the Matrix. The Matrix do that. The Matrix have their own glitches and stuff that will come around and they'll just pop in and out of you. That's why your focus is so important. Yes, thank you. Fighting the ghost. Yeah, fighting the ghost. That's where I picked up at. So let me continue with that. So what happens is they're fighting this thing, right? That they have no idea exists, and they don't know how it works. So what they think is, they think everything is a mental. It's like everything is a conscious level thing, right? So what they're doing is they're in their own mind and they're thinking like it's just up in the ego part of the mind. They don't know like that their subconscious is secretly programmed, right? So that's why majority of people, you don't get what you want to get. So if you're watching this, you may be someone that may be struggling with that. Now you have some enlightenment. Now you have some awareness. Now that, okay, the reason why I think I'm stuck or I think I'm just not consistent is not because I don't want to do it. Because you get up every day, right? I mean, think about it. How many of you guys get up every day and you're like, all right, man, today I'm going to go to the gym. I'm going to work out. You have the intention to do it, right? And then all of a sudden you're like, something comes up like, nah, I couldn't do it. Or what is it, those New Year's resolution? I'm going to do this, and then after 1 week you stop doing it. You have the right intention, but there's something that's just making you procrastinate. Something that's just distracting you. It is your subconscious program. So for someone to break it, they're going to have to be very disciplined. That happened to me. You know what's driving me to be disciplined? When I started to do this stuff and when I won the lottery and I bought my car and all that, you know what really put it out to me? Was the reward, or the ROI. I call it return on investment. I used to say to myself, all right, Mark, what is my return on investment versus this? So if I can do this, the return on investment was so astronomically huge, man. It was a no-brainer. I started to force myself to do this stuff because I was looking ahead. I was looking at what's possible for me. Man, you're gonna win all this money in the lottery, man. You're gonna buy this car, and then once you do it, Mark, you're gonna. It's easier once you win. It's gonna be easier to win again because that memory is gonna be stored in your subconscious now. So when you win the lottery one time, you can do it more over because the subconscious remembers that and says, "Oh, this is normal." So all of that was going through my head, and that was enough for me to work on doing what I wanted to do, and that's how it works. And the good news for you is that's how it works. You see, once you manifest something, guys, like someone says, hey, man, I manifested 20,000. Once you manifested 20,000 or money, your brain records that and stores it as a memory that this is easier to do. That's why when people win, it's easier for them to continue winning. That's when people become successful, it's easier for them to be successful. That's when people get into money, it's easier for them to keep getting more money because the brain records that as an actual event and a memory. So now your subconscious and conscious mind says, oh, this is done before, so we can do it again. Remember how the mind works. The mind likes to use the past experiences to predict what is called the future. So imagine that when you manifest stuff, you're going to manifest it more easily. But the trick is to manifest it first so you can remember that. That's where you have to have the discipline, the focus, the repetition, the patience, the faith. That's the work right there you got to put in. So think about it. It's called ROI, return on investment. What is your return on investment by doing what you need to do to get what you want? That's how I break everything down in my life. I look at the return on investment. I said, okay, I do this. Is it worth it? And if the ROI is like, I jump right into it. And once you get your subconscious online, it creates the consistency now. Consistency now will take you into the winning field, into the playbook. You'll start to win. You'll do whatever you want to do. Do you see how that stuff works? See how that stuff works? That's exactly the blueprint of how to play the game. The game is a very simple game. Get your mind right, and your reality will get you right. Get your mind wrong, your reality is going to get you wrong. It's a very simple process. It's a very simple game. You know, once you start to create what you want, it's game over. And that's why I always say with the lottery, I tell people, I say, guys, if you want to manifest and win the lottery, man, most of you out there are playing the lottery. Well, how many are playing out of desperation? Stop doing that. Start playing for fun and imagination. The next thing you do is, if you win like $5 or $10, why don't you go ahead and buy something tangible, man? Something you can wear. That's evidence. Just like you've already won. When the brain sees that evidence, it doesn't see you won $10. It just says you won big at this lottery. So now your brain's gonna make it easier for you to win the big prize. You gotta always document your evidence of your manifestation. Create your evidence journal. You call it evidence journal, manifesting journal. You have to keep a record of stuff you manifest, no matter how small they are, because it's so important. Because your brain will keep that, and it will help you to manifest more easily. That's right. Someone says it. Winning is winning, big or small. There is no big or small in the universe. It's just win to subconscious. And you will keep winning, and eventually you're going to win that big prize. See how it works? Can you share a personal success manifestation of the lottery you won? I think I shared a lot. I shared the one about the car. I'll share one about a number I got. And this one was I think this was the biggest so far. So there was this number I seen. Was it 44? Was it 4447? I think it was that number. I have so many of these numbers that come in. So this number I seen, when I collapse this number, I get these numbers in my head, and I seen this number. And if you know anything about how this stuff works, once you're creating something in your life and you do it a lot, you become entangled with it. So entanglement means like the universe will go out and show you tips or ways to help you to get that stuff. So I would see this number, and then I'll ask confirmation from the universe. I'd say, hey, look, this is the number I'm going to play. No, I did 4747 before. I won with 4747, but now it was 4447. 4447. That was the one, yeah. So I won with 4747, so I said I'm going to do it with 4447. So if you remember that one, so it was a 4447, triple fours and a 7. And it was in the play 4. I seen the number, and I asked for confirmation of that number. Confirmation is, if I see the number 2 times, then I know I'm going to play it. Somewhere the universe will say 2 times is a confirmation for me. So I did see the number a couple more times, so I said, all right, I'm going to stick with this number. So I played that number for almost 1 year. Imagine that. So what I did now, I looked at my ROI, my return on investment. So I was like, all right, Mark, the way I was playing this number, was it worth it for the amount of money you were going to get? And I said, certainly, man. I mean, most people don't even make what I was going to win in a year. Most people don't even make that much money. So I was like, yeah, of course it's worth it. But during the journey of that manifestation process, I suffered a lot with my ego. You know, my ego kept trying to abuse me mentally. My ego kept saying, this number is never going to come out. So, you know, most of the numbers I had before, they would come out within 3 to 4 months. This number took the longest. It took almost a year. So after the 3-4 month mark, the mind starts to wonder now, because the mind is used to certain results. Because with these numbers I see and I collapse them, and with 3-4 months, bam, it would come out and I win a bunch of money, good money. So with the 4447, that number it was delayed, I guess. So my ego just kept saying to me, listen, man, maybe you should stop, get another number. We know the routine. It's 3-4 months. It's not happening. But see, I was looking at the ROI. So the ego kept battering me down, but I was patient, man. And I was like, I have to stick this out. I have to stick this out. I know it's going to happen. I know it's going to come. And this is because of my training I had with my discipline, with my focus, with my patience. See, my habits, that was my subconscious habits. Now they kicked in because they helped me to continue to go. I kept pushing. I kept doing it. And then I was like, I got even more focused. And I said, you know what? Since this number is delaying me, I'm going to hack the matrix. I'm going to glitch this stuff. And I said, you know what? I'm going to predict and tell the universe what day and what time I want this number to come out. If you know anything about the lottery, when you do the play 4 games, they come out twice a day. Certain states, maybe 3 times. You have a morning draw and an evening draw. So there's 2 chances where those numbers could come out. So the number could come out either in the morning or in the evening. So I predicted and I stated the day and the time this number would come out. And I said, okay, this number, I want you to come out on Tuesday in the evening draw. And because when it was evening draw, then I knew I could put more of my money on that number to manifest it. And lo and behold, almost a year later, on a Tuesday evening, the number came out, 4447. And it was over $250,000, almost $500,000 I got on one day. That was another manifestation success. And that number, I put it in my group on Facebook. So you can go look at it. It's in my group, Manifesting. Use the subconscious mind. I post the number, and I even post the evening to show people, like, look, here guys, here's how it works. This stuff is not fake. There's a number, there's a thing, and I had an actual ticket with the number on it. So I put that. This was about a year and a half ago. But it's in there. You just got to scroll way down. So that's someone asked me to give them a manifestation story of my lottery. That's one of the lottery wins right there. I have more. Someone desperate say, can you share personal success manifestation lottery? There you go. Everyone knows the one about the car. So, but see, the lottery taught me that the world is an illusion. The lottery, like doing the lottery, showed me that this is a game. It's a matrix, man. They tell you it's a game of odds. It's not a game of odds, man. It's a game of belief. It's a game of certainty. And the universe throws things at you every time to win. It throws numbers at me all the time. Do I still play? Oh yeah, I still play. I still play. I still win, but I don't post them as often as I do anymore. I don't think I need to. So I post so many times now. I'm waiting. You guys are posting more, so it's good. But this is you can do this with any part of the game of life. You can this lottery part, and then you have your regular real part of the game. It's the same concept. You can take this and traverse it into your regular life, because it's the same concept, same principle. You know. What would you imagine if you wanted to purchase a house? Oh, all I do is I just imagine the house. What type of house I want. How many bedrooms in the house. I get as detailed as possible with the house. I mean, simple details, not like super detailed. I get detail like how many rooms, what kind of floor, furniture. That's it. Color, type of house. That's all you got to do. You just imagine that. What lottery game? That was the Play 4 game. Someone says, I was seeing 141 and played it. I won $1,000 on January 18th. Yep, see? There's another one here that happened recently. Was a truck. I was driving out. Another lottery success story here. Because I tell you, once you're in this stuff, the universe is going to bring it to you to help you to get more of it. Your brain does that. Your brain is going to show you the reality of opportunity to help you get more of what you've been getting. It always does that. That's why I say it's so important for you to become entangled with your desires. Entangled doesn't mean obsessed. So don't get it twisted. Entangled just means that you're certain, you believe it, you're open for possibilities, and you have an open mind. There's another one here. I was driving out on a day. What day was this? Happened a few months ago. And keep in mind, I see numbers all the time now. The universe is throwing numbers at me to play all the time. So I just choose which one I resonate with. And there's one that happened to resonate with me. It was what, 0504. And on that day, just driving in the morning, and there was this truck that I was on the right, it was on the left. It was a city truck. And then that number just popped out to me. It was like 0504. Out of all, I see numbers there. I was like, listen. And this is when you tapped in, because you have your authentic self speaks to you now in this time. The authentic self came in, just says just like this. The voice just says, Mark, that's it. That's all it said. That's it. I knew what that meant. It wasn't the ego. It was my authentic self. Mark, that's it. As soon as I seen that number, stopped at the store, put the ticket down, played it combo style. I think it was the next day or the day after. Put like $6 on it, $7, $12,000. That number came out the next day. I could have put a lot more on it, but I just wasn't. I was just having fun, you know. I was just going with it. Sometimes I may put more, but whatever. It's just the fun. It's just the experience. Boom. What was that? $12,000. That's another success story. I'll give you another one. And this is how I'm showing you how the universe is entangled to help you. So when I buy my tickets, I usually go to and I always go to places to check them where the energy is good, like the retailers. So there's, in Florida, they got Publix, supermarkets. So maybe you heard of it. So whenever I go check my tickets, I'm always in the Publix line, right? And when I check my tickets, there's people behind me. Sometimes I hold up the line because I have my tickets for like a month or two, so I have a lot of tickets. And one day I was there, and this guy was behind me. He was getting very impatient. He was like, man, why is this guy checking all his tickets here? And the machine just kept going off because I kept winning. And he was like, man, if you win so much, man, why can't you just come another day? I was like, I didn't know this day. Anyway, kept winning and winning. So I stopped. I said, listen, just let him check his tickets because I don't want to hold the line up. He checked his tickets, he left. And then I continued to check my tickets. And then the lady that checks the tickets were cool. And she plays, and she says, hey, and I was midst of checking some tickets, she just gave me, she said, listen, this number just came to me. I think you should play it. And I was like, okay. I said, what's the number? She gave me the number. And, okay, she played it. So I took the number down, finished, left. And some of the winnings, I said, you know what, give me that number and give it to me combo. Because combo means that if it comes out, I get it $5,000. Either way, it was triple number, so it was easier. It's like $4. And I played the number for a couple days. And then it was I got the number on a Friday. So Sunday, I was on my way out again. And then here's that voice said to me, he says, you know what, you need to put X and X amount on this number right here. I said, okay, authentic self. And that day I put that much on it, and it was $20,000 on that day. There's another win. Now, the interesting thing is, this is what I want you to get out of this, to show you something, is that once you become certain and you become entangled and you're in this field, the universe is going to use people to help you to get what you want. It's going to download information to people. So that lady, the information was downloaded to her to give to me, because she just came up and said it. So these are things you got to be aware of. So this is what I call the ROI, return on investment. So once you become entangled, this is the benefits and this is the success you're going to experience. But you cannot do any of this until you do the requirement, which is the work. You got to do work. You got to get your mind right. And the problem is, when people teach and talk about the law of attraction and all this stuff, they give people a false illusion. They make it seem like it's a simple thing, like you just get up every day and think positive. No, you can't. It's not going to work like that. And that's why people attempt to do this manifesting stuff and they don't work, because they haven't done the requirement. The requirement is you have to go in and change the map of reality. None of this could be accomplished if I had a faulty map of reality. If I didn't have a healthy self-concept, if I didn't have a self-confidence, if I didn't believe, if I removed my subconscious block, all of this would not be possible. So once I did that, I was smooth, and that's what you have to do. So if you're someone watching this and you think this is all just being positive, it's not. It's part of it. You're not going to get the success you want until you change the program that's running on the default mode in your subconscious mind. Do you play online lottery as well? No, I've never played online lottery. However, I had a coaching client that she did purchase me a subscription for online lottery in New York, and I did win. What was it, like? I think $500 on the Cash for Life. But that's the only online thing. I like to play when I do the lottery, I like to play in person because I like the experience. I like to physically go in the store, do this, do that. That's how I do it. Now, some people aren't able to do that, so they can do online. It works well. Either way, it works. It just depends on you. How do I remove money blocks? All money blocks are tied to self-esteem. Money. If you want to remove money blocks, take the word money out of it. That has nothing to do with it. If money blocks are tied to this, do you deserve it? If you have a low self-esteem of deserving stuff, that's a money block. So if money blocks are easy to fix, you just have to program your mind to say that you deserve whatever you want. You deserve love, you deserve affection, you deserve anything you want. That's it. You don't have to say I deserve money, just say I deserve whatever. That now removes any money block. You gotta use affirmations, or you can use self-hypnosis, auto-hypnosis, hypnotherapy. All those stuff will remove you gotta have a self-deserving map of reality. Feeling worthy, right? Someone says feeling worthy. You have to feel worthy for your desires to manifest. Once you feel worthy, money will come, success will come, love, all those stuff will come if you want it. Happiness part of it, you don't need happiness. You don't have to have love, money to have happiness. Happiness is an internal thing. You can just be happy now. So don't wait for those things to be happy. Be happy now so those things can catch up to it. But the key is you have to be worthy of your desires. And then you have to believe it's possible. And then you got to be certain you're going to get what you want. And don't worry about how you're going to get what you want. And that's how the game works. So hopefully that makes sense. Yes, it's an inside job. How's it going? 888. Yes, someone says believe and do the work. But I just showed you the examples with the lottery stuff. I just wanted to show you that, look, that we live in a world that's like a simulation. So what best way to show you this stuff through lottery? Because people have the idea that the lottery is hard. It's a game of odds, and da-da-da-da. Now you can see for yourself. It's really not. It's a game of being deliberate created. You can either create it or you can go in the world of odds. Quantum physics shows us that, right? That we live in multiple realities, right? Entangled. You can go in a world where the lottery is a game of odds and luck and whatever. If that works for you, hey, good for you. Or you can go in another world where you deliberately create your own luck or odds or whatever. Deliberately change the favor of the game into your realm. You control it. You manipulate it. You tell it when to come out. You tell it when to win. You tell it when you want it to come in. You can do all of that. You can go into that world right now. That world exists right now because there's infinite worlds that exist where you can go in and be the creator, the director, the movie star, all that. All I did was I just glitched into a world where the lottery was mine. I was entangled with that world. And I can jump from the lottery world, I can go into another world, and another world, another world. It's all very simple. It's a mindset, mind state. You have to have the idea of how the laws of the universe work. Once you understand the laws, that they work perfect and exactitude and you're not going to make any mistake, then you can go with confidence to shift or parallel jump, whatever you want to call it, and you get into these worlds and your reality will reflect it. The only requirement, though, for you to jump into these worlds is you have to have a clear, healthy map of reality in your subconscious. You can't be jumping into these worlds with a faulty map of subconscious program because you're not going to get what you want consistently. That's the only thing. You got to have the correct fuel. It's like a car. A car takes 93 Supreme. You put 87 in there or 89, the car's not going to run good. Same thing with your subconscious. You want to go to these worlds, don't take faulty map with you because you're gonna manifest. You'll manifest it, but it's not going to be consistent. I have recently manifested weight loss of 30 pounds. Congrats, that's good. Someone says, what I seek is also seeking me. But you forgot to add one thing. What I seek is also seeking me more than I seek it. Mark, what would you imagine for weight loss? Well, the first thing when it comes to weight loss is I don't use the word loss. I use the word release. Release the weight. When you lose the weight, it's going to come back, because the mind thinks when you lose something, it's trying to find it to bring it back. So if you do weight loss, take the word loss out of it. The subconscious mind believes it'll make you lose the weight, but in a few months, the pounds will come back to you, because your mind believes when you lose something, you have to find it. That's how the mind works. You lose your keys, you try to go look for the keys. So your mind's going to look to find it. So I take the word release the weight, so it won't come back. So if you want to release the weight, that's the mindset. I'm going to release the weight. Then you got to visualize the ideal body. Can you see yourself in the third person, the first person, whatever? Can you see yourself in the ideal body weight? Can you go in the mirror? Can you superimpose yourself in the mirror with that body weight that you see? You can practice that. You can use affirmations. You can use why am I? How do I make it? How does it make me feel? How would it make me feel to be my ideal weight? Why am I so healthy, slim, and toned, or whatever? All those things combined will make you shed. Someone says shed the weight, because it's your subconscious uses your immune system, right? Your immune system, the metabolic state, it controls your cells. Your cells are what's in charge of burning or releasing fat stuff. All right. Someone says, "Dang, you think of everything." Yeah, that's what happens when you have an open mind. Open mind, you have open knowledge. Open knowledge, higher knowledge. I always have an open mind. Open mind is going to lead to a lot of reality. Look, let me show you something. Then I got to go. Your brain is a marvelous machine if you know how to operate it the correct way. See, the thing about the brain is the brain likes to make tunnel vision. It likes to catch one thing and stay in that frame. But remember, we live in an infinite universe, which is other frames. So if you ever want to expand, this is tunnel vision. If you want to expand your tunnel vision, that means there's going to be more opportunities in your realities. The way to get more opportunities for the brain to bring more stuff to you, you have to have an open mind. Open mind, open bank book with a lot of money, open success. The more open your mind is, the more open your abundance is going to be, man. That's the message for today. Have an open mind. How do I have an open mind? That'll be the next topic. I'll show you how to do that. But for now, I gotta go. See you guys. Thanks.